Today I am watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3, Episode 9. Episode 8, we saw the return of Spike, coming through the exact same sign we saw him in Season 2, so I was curious if he would make a return. He also sounded like he was leaving at the end of the episode, saying he was going to go track down Drusilla, so I'm curious if he'll be back this season, if it'll be next season, but he's always an interesting character, and obviously did a lot of damage in one episode, so I'm very curious to see when and if he returns. We also saw Oz and Cordelia see Xander and Willow kissing, so yeah, I feel like the fallout of those consequences will be in this episode. Sounds like Cordelia was in the hospital, she was doing okay, but who knows what's actually going on with her and Xander. It doesn't sound like she wanted anything to do with him, so we'll see what happens with that. But overall, I'm really enjoying this season so far. We also saw Buffy said she was going to stay away from Angel, so who knows? We'll see what happens, but thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And if you're ever curious about what gear I use or what's on the bookshelf, I've included a link in the description. And if you want to have a say in what movies or TV shows I watch, be sure to join Patreon. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. Oh my god, what is this, like, octopus man thing?
Oh, Nerf! Not Nerf! Knife!
That would make sense. Oh god, what is this thing? Yeah, god, gross. The monsters have been, like, decently done.
Okay.
Like the special effects and the makeup and stuff.
And we're all fine.
Yeah. Is that one of the swim team from the previous season?
Again. She hasn't been hanging out much.
I detect worry.
Yeah, Faith and Buffy kind of had like that little falling out a few episodes ago.
Much alone time isn't healthy. Stuff gets pent up.
When Faith tried to kill Angel, also that, yeah.
We were ever gonna kiss.
Darn tootin'.
And they burst in, rescuing us.
I don't believe it.
But knocking? I mean, this is really all their fault.
Xander, it is in no way their fault. Oh, wow. Cordelia. Cutting up photos. I don't think people do that anymore because nobody gets photos printed. So. Oh, and then she's gonna set it on fire. Okay, really going for the metaphors here. Okay. Burning a bowl of his pictures. Did anybody get this dressed up for high school? Did I just like miss a phase? She looks like she's gonna run a board meeting. Oh, the friends she left for Xander. Oh, look at these frickin' jerks gloating.
At least not for a while. Plus, he's got a kill moped.
Have I mentioned how much I don't like her friends? Wow, what a bunch of pricks. Like, Cordelia's obviously in pain, and they're just like, rubbing it in her face. What a bunch of jerks.
Can't help feeling like the reason you want to talk is so you can feel better about yourself.
Yep. Alice is always wise. Oh man, that would be so hard. Yeah. So it looks like they're kissing. Oh, that's a cruel trick. That's, I mean, I know Xander also kissed somebody else, but still, just like,
It's an actual old thing, sort of,
Is she a witch?
Belly full of just how over him I am.
Yeah, I feel like that new girl, Maya, I think they said her name is a witch or obviously something supernatural. It's Sunnydale. There's no way she would just be a regular new kid. Oh god, this is so awkward. And Xander's fake laugh is nightmare fuel.
That didn't work. Who wants chocolate?
Yeah, so it doesn't look like Xander and Willow are going to try and date or do anything. They're going to try and get back their partners, so...
Cordelia, look!
Oh no!
Ow!
Right into the garbage. Oh, she's going to love that. Oh god. It's just high school, Cordelia. It's just high school. It'll end eventually.
It's Buffy Summers. That's when all my trouble started. When she moved here.
Oh, she's blaming Buffy for everything?
here. I think you need this more than I do right now.
I feel like this necklace has some kind of, like, powers or something.
Buffy had to made him marginally cooler by hanging with him.
Really?
Yeah, I swear. I wish Buffy...
Does this necklace grant wishes?
Sunnydale.
Oh! Oh, God, what's on her nose? She's some kind of, like, warped genie? Yeah, she kept phrasing things like, don't you wish? And so she would say, I wish this, which grants a wish. And now it's a Sunnydale without Buffy. How many wishes does she get?
Had never come to Sunnydale.
And that's your reality. There's no Buffy at Sunnydale. Oh, man.
A scary, veiny, good fairy.
This is dangerous. Oh, man. How many wishes does she have? Can she wish for more wishes? I mean, that's the first question, obviously.
Love the dress. It's so daring.
Cordelia.
Yeah, I know her friends are nice to her.
The winter brunch thing.
All right, now,
Yeah, where are half the students?
so, there's no class.
Okay, yeah, so school with no Buffy. Everybody's, like, dressing different. Like, Buffy's friends, or Cordelia's friends usually dress fancier.
The bronze isn't cool in this reality. I've got to make these little adjustments.
I feel like something happened at the Bronze.
I mean, you wear this come bite me outfit.
Vampire joke.
And that Willow freak he hangs with, not even a blip on the radar screen, right?
They're dead.
What? If without Buffy there to protect them, Willow and Xander died? Oh my god. Yeah, all three of them. Oh my gosh. Yeah, there's a curfew now in the town because obviously it's still a hellmouth, but without Buffy there to protect people, they had to install a curfew.
Not funny.
Everything's like a lot darker, like the colors are a lot more muted.
Oh, El Convertible?
You students aren't allowed to drive, and you know it.
Students aren't allowed to drive.
Better get in before the sun sets.
Yeah, because that's when the vampires come out. And something definitely happened at the Bronze because when they brought it up. Oh, shoot. Maybe, yeah, everybody's dressing more conservatively because they don't want vampire attacks. I don't know. This is a really cool idea, though. I like this concept. I'm excited.
Well, what do you know? Cordelia Chase.
So Xander's a vampire?
This is the part that's less fun. When there isn't any scream.
Oh, Goth Willow. Oh, and she's with Xander. Oh, my.
Play now?
They've become like Spike and Drusilla.
Win!
Probably not.
Because they're vampires. Oh, my. Oh, my. Quite the smooch.
You have all the parts.
Hello. Oh, Cordelia, you better make another wish soon or you're in deep trouble.
Oh, swell, it's the White Hats.
Like Ghostbusters? Who are these white hats? Oh, yeah, Giles! Yeah!
Get the girl.
No, Giles is a Slayer. And Oz. Or like a vampire rescue mission or something like that. Okay, so is the Bronze maybe become like a full vampire bar now? Like, don't go there if you're a human, basically? Oh my god, those people in cages? What is this? Oh no! Like weird human zoo? What are we doing? The Master. I thought I saw the actor's name in the credits when we started, but I was like, there's no way the Master would be in this. But he is.
Eat and she looks it.
Go on.
Yeah, because Buffy wasn't there to kill the Master.
She contacts the Slayer. Or I'll see you two kissing daylight.
Oh my. Yeah, does Buffy not even know she's a Slayer, or is she still in LA? Yeah, I'm very curious to see what's going to happen with this alternative reality.
Wait.
Giles isn't a watcher, he's just a librarian.
I want you to start again and explain everything very carefully.
Oh, shoot. Dang it!
Not too bright, book guy.
Come on!
Watch this.
No! Oh, come on! Oh! Dang it! They better call Buffy now! Oh my god. Yeah, does she even know she's a Slayer? Poor Giles. He's like, I was a watcher, so he obviously knows about Buffy. Oh, poor Cordelia. I don't like these two anymore. Giles, keep a key in there, man. Next time, yeah, exactly. You gotta plan ahead in case you get locked in. Or are they what? Are they taking Cordelia to the incinerator? Yeah, the necklace grants wishes. Wish, Giles, make a wish. I feel like the human population in Sunnydale would be very small at this point. Oh, he has an espresso machine, but for blood. Yeah, if Cordelia is dead now, then Giles is the only one who knows about Buffy, or that can change this reality.
Give her the message, if you ever see her again.
Okay, so Buffy is in Cleveland?
Come on. Don't be a spoil sport.
Oh my god, I think it's Angel.
Today the plant opened.
Oh my god.
Big party.
Oh, Willow.
It's gonna be slow for you.
Willow's gone bad.
Willow's gonna make you bark.
Oh my god, no!
Maybe I went too hard on you last time.
Oh shoot, it's not looking good. Oh my god! Ow!
Sorry. Got carried away.
They just keep him tied up to torture him? Oh my god.
Anyanka.
I don't think I know her.
Anya, wasn't that the girl's name in school?
Sort of a patron saint of scorned women.
What does she do?
And she showed up right after Xander and Cordelia broke up.
Volumes at home. You two get some sleep.
Watch her back.
Yeah, I think like the only hope now is that if Giles makes a wish, but again, if he doesn't know this version of Giles, doesn't know the other version of Giles. But he has the same car at least. It's good that some things are consistent. Like, how are there any humans left, honestly? They're just herding them up into this van. Giles, you might need something stronger than a cross. Oh, bonked him. No, Giles, come on. If you get vampired, there's nobody left. Oh, is this Faith? Faith or Buffy? Did they show up?
Buffy Summers?
Yeah, here's our girl.
How many things that'll kill?
I don't want to kill her, Miss Summers. I want to reverse.
Miss Summers, so formal.
World is what it is. We fight, we die. Wishing doesn't change that.
It might.
I have to live in this one.
She's a much more cynical Buffy.
Vicious disciples to kill her. Now, she must have posed some threat to him.
Master.
Does Buffy have to kill the Master again?
Let's muster some kind of force.
I don't play well with others.
Yeah, and she's got the scar on her face.
Where's this club?
Yeah, and they obviously don't have the same bond because he's not her watcher and she just seems to be like a free agent of slaying and is just roaming around, but she's gonna try and take on the Master again, I guess.
Buffy.
How does he recognize her?
I waited here for you.
Right, because he was told that she would go to Sunnydale? It's one way to open a door. Yeah, she's gone like full Tomb Raider in this one. Oh,
Believe I want him dead.
that's so awful.
Yes. Practical? Hardly. Meanwhile, the humans with
Is this like a blood factory? Like, what is he making?
truly demonic concept. Mass production.
Yeah, oh my god. All these like, yeah, like conveyor belts and stuff lined up. I wonder how much continuity loves every time Giles takes his glasses on and off. Yeah, it's like a human conveyor belt and they're gonna take all our blood. Oh my god, he's so sick. He's so sick. Oh my god! cheese and rice. Oh, just on tap. Yeah, why not? Oh my god, this is so messed up. They just poke her full of holes, drain all her blood, and they're like, here you go. Yeah, Buffy. Oh, she killed Xander. Oh, God. Come on, Buffy.
I hope she likes it.
She's not really around to see it, unfortunately. Oh, Buffy's taking on Willow. And Xander. Oh, chops. Oh, no!
This is the real world now.
They staked Angel. Oh my god. Bye, Xander. Yeah. Oh my god. It's just Buffy now. She's all on her own versus a bunch of vampires. Come on, Oz. Oh, right. Yep, I can see it. Yep. Bye, Willow. Oh, man. Oh! And this, like, soft, calming music while Buffy's just in all this chaos. Get out the way. Bonked her. Come on, Giles, you gotta go weak fast.
You trusting fool! How do you know the other world is any better than this?
Anything has to be.
Because it has to be.
Yes, thank you. Oh, Giles, come on, you gotta do it.
No!
Come on, hurry, Giles! Oh my god. The Master just killed Buffy, but... Oh.
Never been born.
Wow.
Done. And I wish that Xander...
Yeah, nothing's happening because she doesn't have her necklace.
And that...
Yeah, there we go. Oh man, what a crazy episode.
All men, except maybe the dumb and the really agreeable kind, disappear.
Thank goodness we're back to normal. Oh man. My heart. That was a fun episode, though. So that was my first time watching Buffy the Vampire Slayer Season 3, Episode 9. It was a great episode. I think it's probably one of my favorites of the season so far. It kind of reminded me of the Nightmares episode where everybody was living out their worst dreams. This was an alternate reality, adding a more like sci-fi element into it, which I love. I love sci-fi, so I was excited to see that. We see the fallout very much of Xander and Cordelia. He's calling her constantly. She's not picking up. I also think this is the first time we've seen Cordelia's room or anything with like her personal life. We've only ever seen her at school really, or with her car, so it was interesting to kind of see her at home. Obviously she was injured also and like recovering, so that was interesting. And Cordelia is very upset with Xander, but decides to blame all of her problems on Buffy, saying that everything was going great until Buffy shows up. So Cordelia decides to innocently or unknowingly wish that Buffy had never come to Sunnydale. She didn't realize that that would actually become a reality. This new girl was also at school, who of course shows up as she's the she represents women who have been scorned, so obviously Cordelia is feeling that way after things with her and Xander, and she has this necklace that of course has the power to grant wishes. Any new kid I'm usually pretty suspicious of, as it's Sunnydale, so I thought she was a witch maybe, and even the way she was phrasing things, being like, oh, do you wish, so that Cordelia would respond, or whoever would respond with, I wish blank, and then the wish would come true. It was a very interesting concept, and so cool to think that what would have happened if Buffy hadn't come. I thought that was a really interesting storyline, and this concept of your wishes coming true. I thought maybe she was also a genie, as genies are known for granting wishes, but then when we saw her face change and when she was attacking Giles, we found out she's something else. So yeah, it was really interesting and just a whole different world. Buffy was in Cleveland, so I guess Cleveland has some demonic activity as well. Maybe not a Hellmouth, but... And then it was interesting to see what transferred over from the reality we know into this reality. Like Willow and Xander were together, and Giles had been a watcher at some point, like he was familiar or took watcher training, I guess, because when Cordelia mentioned Buffy's name, he's like, how do you know about me being a watcher? Like, I've never told anybody that. So maybe he took the training but didn't actually pursue taking on a Slayer, and maybe this happened before he had a chance. Who knows? It sounds like this is happening all over the place, and Buffy herself was very different. She was very much like, I think, tapping into more of that I don't need anybody mentality, which we've seen a little bit of, but this was like extreme. She didn't have friends. It didn't sound like she was in contact with her family or anything. She wasn't in the full episode, just at the end as this new version of her. But yeah, she was definitely there to do a job and to just kick butt, basically, and not really have any other concerns. She also had a scar on her face, but we didn't get to find out what that scar was from. So yeah, it was super interesting. And then unfortunately, we saw her being killed by the Master just at those very last seconds. That's what the prophecy was in season 1, was that the Master would kill her. So in this version of reality, the prophecy came true. But Giles, luckily, like by mere seconds, I think, was able to destroy that necklace, and we were sent back to the reality we know, where Buffy is alive and well at Sunnydale. So I'm curious if, I think Cordelia would only have those memories. I don't think anybody else would have the memories of not being there, but Cordelia seemed to be like, oh, okay, like maybe this is a better version, you know? It was another Cordelia Buffy focused episode, so their relationship seems to be progressing, as Cordelia now is realizing, like, okay, maybe things are better when Buffy's around. And we saw them, you know, having some issues from the homecoming episode as well. I don't think it was fair for Cordelia to blame all of her problems on Buffy. Obviously, Buffy didn't create vampires. She's trying her best to keep the town safe. I think Cordelia was also just upset and wanted to blame somebody. So maybe now this will help Cordelia appreciate all the things Buffy does for Sunnydale. As we saw, they had a curfew. Everybody had to be home before dark, basically, because the vampires basically run the streets, and the students can't drive. There's all these rules. You can't wear bright colors, or they strongly suggest you don't wear bright colors because it attracts vampires. Like, the whole town was just, all the colors were just muted and dark, and Cordelia stood out because she had this bright blue dress on, and everybody else was in like grays and like much more darker tones, which I think fits the tone of Sunnydale without Buffy, those dark colors. So we also saw the Master back. I thought I saw the actor's name in the opening credits, but I was like, I don't know if that's right, because why would the Master be back? But of course we saw he is back and created this horrible, horrible invention of like a human mass production blood machine, basically. So that was just awful. But yeah, it was interesting to think back on all the things that Buffy has done and what the town would be like without her. Like, for example, the Master would still be alive doing his horrible, horrible things, and he's taken over the Bronze completely. Willow and Xander were vampires. Giles was on this like crusade. I think he called them the White Hats. They're this van basically that drives around helping with Oz that tries to save people from these vampires. So yeah, it was interesting because Giles was still involved in protecting the town from vampires in a different capacity, and we even saw him like working the spells. Because Willow's not doing that, he has to learn more about that stuff. Faith wasn't in this episode, but since Buffy didn't die temporarily when she was battling the Master, there was no reason to call up the second Slayer, so Kendra might even still be alive in this version. And even in the present reality, they were saying they were trying to get a hold of Faith and no luck, so maybe she's still keeping a distance after that trying to kill Angel situation and having some trust issues with Buffy. So I hope she's in the next episode. I really like her as a character, so I'm hoping her and Buffy can work things out. Angel was in this new reality where he's being tortured by Willow and Xander, and just, it was awful. But we've seen bad boy Xander before, but it was interesting to kind of see Willow go bad. Yeah, her and Xander have seemed to replace like Spike and Drusilla almost. Like, that's how it kind of reminded me of. But yeah, them just torturing Angel and being horrible to him, and also just being horrible vampires. So yeah, it was interesting to see a possible reality where the two of them would have became vampires. Angel is able to get out with the help of Buffy, and then the two of them take on the Master, but unfortunately he also dies trying to take on the Master and is staked. We did see Xander and Willow also die during this battle at the factory. If the wish hadn't been reversed, the entire cast would be gone basically, other than Oz and Giles, because Cordelia died, Xander died, Willow died, Angel died, Buffy died. Like, everybody was wiped out in this new version, so, or this alternate version. So it would have been a very, I don't know if they're like, maybe they'll continue it on for another episode, maybe it'll be a 2-part episode, and that Angel still knew Buffy. Like, she didn't recognize him, but he said her name, and he's like, hey, I came here to Sunnydale, like, I was waiting for you because you were supposed to get here a long time ago. You know, that's why they kidnapped me, basically, and they're holding me hostage because I was waiting for you. And yeah, it was very interesting to see them, and he's like, I'm your destiny, like, them still have that connection even in an alternate reality. And even Cordelia is like, oh, Xander and Willow are still together in this reality, like, I don't get a break. Like, no matter what version of reality, the two of them seem to be together. So yeah, if you believe in destiny, maybe that plays into it, having these people be together no matter what reality is. And then I like the way Giles was talking about this belief and wishes and hope, and you know, even when he's about to smash this thing, the demon's like, how do you know this other world is better? And he's like, it has to be, like, just that kind of that blind faith. Like, he had no idea. It could have been 100 times worse. He had no idea what he was getting into. So and even him, like, going around saving all these people day in and day out, like, that's probably exhausting. So he had to have this really strong belief that there has to be a better world out there. Can't keep doing like this. It was interesting to see them add in this, like, belief of faith and wishes and other worlds, and I'm curious to see if this will happen again, if there will be another alternate reality, because yeah, I think it's a really cool concept, but please no spoilers. But yeah, I really enjoyed this episode. The group of girls that Cordelia used to hang out with, these popular girls, came up to Cordelia in this episode, and it, you know, at first we're kind of being like, oh, like, it's okay, like, you know, we move on, like, start dating somebody else kind of thing. And then they take her to this other guy, and clearly it was a joke. Although I'm sure he's lovely, they meant it as a joke and were trying to poke fun at Cordelia, who's clearly in a moment of suffering and heartbreak, and it looked like she was gonna cry. And I felt so bad for her, because those girls are clearly bullies, and she stopped being friends with them to pursue Xander because they basically made her choose. And I still think, even though things with Xander and her didn't work out or are in a bad place right now, I still think she made the right choice. Those girls will be bullies for probably most of their lives. I'm curious to see what's gonna happen at the next episode, if she tries to get back in with that group of girls, because I can imagine she doesn't feel like she can open up to Willow, obviously. She doesn't feel like she can talk to Xander, obviously. But also Buffy and Willow are a lot closer. So I'm interested to see where Buffy's allegiances lie. We did see them having that conversation in the alley outside of the Bronze, where Buffy was like, hey, you know, talking to friends helps. Like, she's like, I went through a bad thing with Angel, and, you know, talking to my friends helped me get through it. So maybe try talking to your friends about it. But again, it's like her friends are part of the group that caused this problem. So yeah, I don't know how that's gonna work. Because if Cordelia opens up to Buffy, is Buffy gonna try and say, well, Willow did this because of this? Like, I don't know that she would take Cordelia's side, so I can understand why Cordelia would be apprehensive. And yeah, Buffy and Cordelia don't really get along on the best of days, and considering Cordelia literally wished her to be gone from her life, so maybe now that she's seen the reality without Buffy, she'll be more willing to talk about the Xander breakup, because she's burning pictures, she's ignoring his calls, she is done with this situation. It doesn't seem like Willow and Xander are going to try and pursue whatever they were pursuing before. Willow at least is putting a stop to it and saying she wants to be with Oz, and is going to continue to try and make amends for that and get back with him. And Xander is trying to do the same with Cordelia, so yeah, I'm curious to see if they will be allowed back into their good graces and start dating again, or if they're done forever. I feel like Cordelia might be done forever. I don't know about Oz. It was just awkward and painful to see the two of them still be in close quarters together, because they go to school together and hang out at the same bar together. We didn't see the principal or the mayor in this episode. We didn't see Spike and Drusilla in this episode, so I'm curious to see where they would have fit into this new reality or this alternative reality. But overall, a really great episode. I really enjoyed it. It was so interesting to see different versions of these characters, and I love when they do that with the storyline and try and show us different elements. And I love the sci-fi aspect of this other dimension dimension. So cool. So really great episode. I'm really enjoying this season so far. So I hope Faith is in the next episode. Season 3 has probably been my favorite season so far. If you take that one bazooka scene from season 2 and put in this season, absolutely, but definitely my favorite season so far. So thank you so much for sharing in this first time watching with me. If you have any other suggestions for TV shows you think I should watch, please comment below. And as always, please like, comment, and subscribe to this channel, and check back often for more awesome content. What is this, like, octopus man thing? Did anybody get this dressed up for high school? She's some kind of, like, warped genie? And she wished for more wishes. I mean, that's the first question, obviously. Students aren't allowed to drive. Oh my god, those people in cages? Espresso machine, but for blood. Like, how are there any humans left, honestly? They're just herding them up into this van. Is this like a blood factory?